module, after we've been speaking about billable expenses, we're going to have a quick look at billable time. So to set that up, we go into the settings again, so accounts and settings, and go into expenses. It's not on, that's the items. Let's just go into advanced. I believe it's on here. Okay, so we've got, here we go, look, time tracking. You can do make single time activity billable to customer on, add service field to timesheets off. So you can change that. You can choose whether you're showing the billing rate to the users that are entering their time. Most people probably won't do that. Most people probably choose Monday as the first day of their week. Add service field to timesheets. You can click on there. You can see what services it was that they performed. So you might want to click that. I'm just going to click save. I'm going to show you some basic bits on here, but you can't show all of it because obviously you might have different users who put in their time on there. So I'm going to set up a weekly timesheet. Says who's top of my tracking. I'm going to say it is this person for that week. What customer? I've had enough of Edgar & Co. Let's try Benjamin Young. What service were they working on? They were working on a gold retreat. We're not looking at class of locations at the moment. No, I'm going to click, it's billable. So we've got it billable. I don't think £2,000 an hour is probably right. So let's say £50 an hour. So this doesn't actually pay them. This is just charging to the customer. So they may have a separate invoice that they send to you. This is mostly used for employees. Can be used for subcontractors if they charge you a certain amount, but you're billing the customer per hour. The timesheet part of QuickBooks is pretty basic. A lot of people, if you're going to use it in more depth, if you're going to use it a lot, might want a different plugin. And you can speak to me about that separately. There are things like T-sheets that plug in to QuickBooks. That one's actually owned by QuickBooks. I've got a lot more advanced functionality on there, but this bit's free, so it's as good as a basic. So if you've got, say, 7 hours there, 5 hours there, 3 there, 5 there, and none on the on Friday, that's 20 hours at £50 an hour. I'm just going to click on save and close. Actually, no, I'm going to save and new for a minute. I'm going to say someone else worked with them as well. So this person, I'm going to say Brittany Hughes, also worked on Benjamin Young's project. And this was for the employee celebration. So billable at £30 an hour. And she only did 5 hours on the Monday and 7 hours on the Wednesday. I'm just going to click save and close. What you'll see is as when you did the billable expenses, when you go in to invoice the customer, so in this case, Benjamin Young, they'll come up on here. So it actually comes up each day separately. So for add, comes up each day separately. Now, what you can do is, if you saw when we were looking initially earlier at doing the setup of what the invoices looked like, is you can actually group this into a weekly thing on the invoice. So at the moment, if we print and preview this, it's going to have a lot of lines. It's going to have every single day separately. If we come out of this, I'm just going to save it temporarily. come out of it. If we look at the custom form styles again, go back and edit this, and we look at the content, I click on there and choose the activity options. I'm going to group activity by week, starting on Mondays. I'm going to subtotal the groups, click on done. Now, when I go back into this invoice, I've just created, is it this one? Not sure which one it is now. Let's have a look. Oh no, here we go. This is the one, 15th of July. Now, when I do this, I'm hoping it's automatically updated rather than having to go through it all again. Okay, it hasn't done that on there. So let's come out. Let's delete this invoice. And let's start again with a new invoice. Maybe that it doesn't let us do it for billable expenses. It's not something I use a lot, but you can always speak to me separately if it's something that you do, and we can get something worked out for you. Let's do here. Oh, here we go. Don't group time, group by service. Let's just add that and add that. So we can add how many hours for the gold retreat and how many hours for the anniversary. And we just print and preview. See, it's grouped those two on there. Looks a bit neater like that, doesn't it? So let's save and close that one. But that's it. That's how you mark billable time for your customers.